You did everything right. You were nice. You were available. You listened. You texted back fast, and she still went cold. Here's what no one tells you. Attraction is rarely killed by some big, obvious mistake. It's killed by small things you do on purpose because you think they're helping. There are 5 of them. The first 4 are habits you can fix tonight. The 5th is the root the other 4 grow from, and once you see it, you'll spot it in everything. Start with your phone. She texts, and you reply in 9 seconds every time. She asks to meet, and you drop whatever you had going. It feels like generosity. To her nervous system, it reads as something else entirely. Nothing here is scarce. There's real brain science under this. A neuroscientist named Wolfram Schultz spent years recording single dopamine neurons, and he found something strange. They don't fire hardest for the reward itself. They fire for the reward you didn't fully expect. Predictable pleasure goes quiet. Uncertain pleasure lights up the whole system. So when you're instantly, endlessly available, you're not giving her more of a good thing. You're making the good thing predictable, and predictable is the one flavor attraction can't taste. This isn't about playing games or waiting some magic number of hours. It's simpler. It's having a life full enough that you sometimes answer in 3 hours instead of 3 seconds because you were actually busy. The gaps aren't rejection. The gaps are where anticipation lives. Second one, and it hides inside good manners. You tell a story and tack right onto the end. You give an opinion, watch her face, and soften it the moment she frowns. She says she loves a band you can't stand, and suddenly you kind of like them too. Every one of those is a tiny question. Is this okay? Am I okay? Here's the problem. Attraction is partly a read on value, and value shows up as a spine. The man who reorganizes his taste around her expression is telling her, without a word, that his opinions are for sale. Psychologists have a name for the dial you're spinning: self-monitoring, constantly adjusting yourself to fit the room. A little of it is social skill. A lot of it says there's no fixed person in there to be attracted to. So try the opposite. Like what you like, out loud. Disagree with her, warmly, and don't take it back. That band's terrible, but I respect the commitment. You're not being difficult. You're showing her there's a center, someone with real preferences who doesn't dissolve the second she raises an eyebrow. People can only lean on something that holds its shape. Third, the conversation is dying and you can't figure out why because you've been asking questions the whole time. What do you do for work? Where'd you grow up? Any siblings? Each one lands, gets answered, and thuds. You think you're showing interest. You're actually running a job screening. In the 1990s, a psychologist named Arthur Aron built a famous experiment, 36 questions that made total strangers feel close, and a few of them fall in love. But read the fine print. The questions were mutual, and they escalated. Both people opened up, a little more each round. That's the engine, not interrogation, reciprocal disclosure. So stop collecting facts and start trading them. Swap a question for a guess. You've got younger sibling energy, I can tell. Answer your own question first, with something true. Let her earn a little curiosity instead of handing her a resume. A conversation that builds attraction was never you auditing her past. It's 2 people slowly showing each other who they are and enjoying the reveal. Fourth, and this one feels like romance. 3 days in, you're sending paragraphs. You call her the most amazing woman you've ever met. You plan the perfect date, the perfect gift, before she's given you much of anything back. It looks generous. It reads as a math error. Attraction runs partly on reciprocity. We invest in people who invest in us, roughly in step with each other. When your investment sprints miles ahead of hers, one of 2 things happens in her head. Either she wonders what's wrong that you're this available, or she feels a debt she never agreed to, and pressure is not attraction. There's a quieter cost, too. Praise that's unearned is worthless. Tell her she's amazing before you actually know her, and you've just told her you're amazing means nothing. So slow the investment down until it matches hers. Meet her energy. Let approval be something she earns, not something you spray. When your warmth finally costs you something, when it's aimed at this specific person for a real reason, that's the moment it starts to mean anything at all. And the 5th, the root the other 4 grow out of. Underneath the instant texts, the agreeing, the interviewing, the overgiving, there's one engine running. You need this particular woman to like you. Not want. Need. And need changes everything you do in ways she feels long before she can name them. Because emotions are contagious, a researcher named Elaine Hatfield spent a career showing we literally catch each other's states, syncing faces and voices in milliseconds, mostly without noticing. So when you walk in carrying a quiet fear of losing her, she doesn't see the fear. She catches it. The room just feels tight. Neediness was never about how often you text or call. Those are symptoms. Neediness is investing more in the outcome than the person has given you any reason to. And the fix isn't confidence you fake. It's a life you actually value, so that any one person is an addition, not a rescue. Here's the test. If you genuinely be fine, if this didn't work out, not cold, just fine, you stop leaking. And the moment you stop needing her to choose you, you turn into exactly the kind of person people choose. So go back to the start. You did everything right. Nice, available, attentive. You just aimed all of it at needing her, and she felt the weight. Fix the root, and the 4 habits fall off on their own. You don't have to become someone else. You have to need it less, and let her walk towards you.